appears we're officially streaming now, at least according to that note. Shall we call it to order at this point?
Yes. Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here, and I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:10, please.
It appears we're officially streaming now, at least according to that note. Shall we call it to order at this point?
Yes, please. Yes. Okay, I'd
Perfect.
like to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here, and I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:10, please. Does anybody hear the delay that I do?
Yes.
Okay.
Streaming now, at least according to that note. Shall we call it to order at this point?
Yes, please. Yes. Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here, and I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:10.
I'm not sure what you have to do.
I don't know either. It's happened the last time.
We did something then, though, didn't we?
Yes, please. Yes. Okay. I don't remember.
I'm not sure what you have to do.
I'm not sure either.
We did something then, though, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. We stop live stream, view stream on YouTube. I'm just going to go ahead. Let's just go ahead. I'm not sure either.
We did something then, though, didn't we? This
I'm
is
going to have to check. It's so annoying. Okay, so let's look at the agenda. Everybody will ignore the
just gonna go ahead.
in the back there.
Let's just go.
Is there
You're gonna have to turn it off because it's gonna drive us crazy.
stop share and
So if I turn the volume off, volume.
how's that?
Yay, team.
I was
Well,
gonna
I turned the
say,
volume off. Let's hope it works. I will hear all about it otherwise, right?
do you have headphones? It
Yes.
might help.
I
don't
do.
know if it will.
Okay, let me try headphones.
You could hear Claire? I heard the echo and I have headphones on.
Yes, but if it's coming through her computer speaker and then getting caught on the recording.
It's still running though. It's still running. Okay.
Ah, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Can you hear me now, guys?
Yep.
I don't know what it's doing. So I've put mute.
We should go
on,
listen to other committees' videos though to see if they go through the same thing at the beginning
Yeah.
or if we're
And then just
unique.
Didn't surprise me. Okay. All right. So can I do the Zoom thing now? I'm on Zoom. Oh my good Lord, this is too hard. It shouldn't be this much work. Okay, so now that I'm looking at us on YouTube, I don't think I don't see where I can actually share my screen now. So I'm going to ask that everybody looks at their own agenda, so that's okay.
Yeah, I've got it in front of me and the minutes.
Okay.
So
Okay, great. So we won't be sharing any screens, unfortunately. So any disclosure of pecuniary interests at this point?
nope.
Nope. Okay, that's great. And are there any additions to the agenda? I actually do have an addition that was suggested to me just a couple of days ago that I would like to add. And that is some funding, waste management service, on waste management service. Sorry, let me try that again. Some funding to embark on waste management service reviews that Lanark Highlands and Tay Valley Townships received. So I'd like to just add that just for a little discussion item under new business, please.
Done.
Okay, are there any additions, any other additions to the agenda? No? Okay, so may I have a mover and a seconder, please, to approve the agenda with the addition, please?
Sure, I will.
Great.
Gary's
I'll second.
moved and Claire. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, that's great. And really, the main purpose for this meeting, which is why we're keeping it so brief, is just the approval of the minutes of the June 30th, 2021 meeting. So everybody's had a chance to review them. Can I have a mover and a seconder for the approval of those minutes?
Yep, I'll move to accept the minutes.
That's great. Thank you, Claire. And I need a seconder, please.
Oh, me, sorry.
Yes,
Gary?
since I wrote them, I have a
Sorry.
feeling it should be Gary.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
it has to be, sorry.
Thank you, everyone. That's great. So those will be forwarded then, and council will be able to vote on those resolutions that we recommended. Okay, and the final item, I can't share my screen right now, but I would just like to bring this up, and I will send everybody the link, and I'll include it for you as well, Janice, so there's reference to it.
Great.
This is just for discussion at the moment, but because waste management is something that council has also identified as important, I think this is appropriate. So basically, the province announced on June 30th that this project for Lanark Highlands and Tay Valley Townships was approved for funding under the ministry program in order to increase efficiency in waste management for residents of both townships. So, like as I say, I'm going to send all of the. There's not a great deal of information in this email, but at least it gives us a starting point.
Is
I'm
it the
not-
province of Ontario?
I'm assuming so, yes, it would be the province of Ontario.
Okay.
So it does say Lanark Highlands and Tay Valley Townships will embark on a waste management service review with the intention of developing a waste management master plan, which is appropriate since this is what we're discussing as well. Made possible as a result of the successful joint application by the municipalities for funding support from the Municipal Modernization Program.
Okay.
For which I'm not familiar. So I wonder, are there recommendations of perhaps some next steps we could take? All of us perhaps take a read and do a little bit of research and come back with some more information. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we need to gather more information on this particular program, and then we also will need to get that feedback on the resolutions that we made from council to know where they want to go in terms of a waste management plan, if they want to continue with the one they have or start fresh.
Absolutely. I agree. Gary, any comments about that?
Can you say the program name again? Just
The
so
program
if
name
I-
is, yep, certainly. So it's actually called the funding support from the Municipal Modernization Program. And
Okay.
so it was, obviously the province announced, it was announced on June 30th. So
It's
go ahead,
I'm
Janice.
just going to say it sounds like they are looking to upgrade sewage treatment plants or whatever appropriate, but that doesn't mean that it isn't something we should be looking at.
Yeah, waste management
And-
tends to incorporate a number of different
That's right. And
That's right.
services.
you know,
so-
it is certainly worth reviewing and finding out more information. Absolutely. And then maybe we can see how, if there's anything we can use
Yeah.
to further what we're doing here.
It would be great to access some funding, potentially access some funding, and whether or not we need to be in partnership with someone as well. So I agree with Claire. I think we need to take a look at the feedback from the resolutions from council.
Yeah.
And do a
Yeah,
little
I
bit of
think so
exploration.
too.
Gary, you
Yeah.
agree with that? Janice, does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gary, do you want to
I
add
think-
something to that?
I think so. The only thing I'm worried about is it sounds like a program where, like, yeah, there might be other priorities that council has designated that may fit into the same funding formula. Do you know what I mean? It's not specifically on waste management, so they could have anything, right? Like they could have modernization of their
Mhm.
fleet of vehicles. They could have anything in there, like anything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it's kind of like we have to see, or they might have nothing. So we might be the only thing that's come up, right? So let's hope that there's room for, because I'm sure they'll limit it to one per municipality, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking, I just looked it up very quickly, and it's on the ontario.ca website. And
Okay.
it's for small and rural communities specifically. So
Oh, good.
I think
Well,
we'll have
that's
a
a good
chance to-
sign.
It's a good sign. And you might be
Yeah.
right. I agree, Garrett. Could be, I mean, that means a lot more than just waste management, perhaps. but there may be areas which, fit for us if our focus is going to be waste management, that we can tag on some extra funding potentially. So, and I'm sure that,
especially, yeah, especially given that, like, this is like the other group applied for funding for a plan, which is, yeah, we don't have that really, right?
we've got an old plan which needs
Yeah.
updating, which is something we put forward as well. So this may be funding for a consultant that can help us, update the current waste management plan. I don't know.
So perhaps, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I think until we dig into it a little deeper, it may be something that we slip into our back pocket for a little while and raise after we get feedback from the village council and all of that sort of thing. It may be something that we can seem to move on a little bit independently.
I don't know if everybody suggests that. I would like it to be able to discuss it further at our next meeting.
Yep.
I don't know how everybody else feels about that. So I'd like to go with Claire's recommendations initially.
Yep.
Yeah, I think next meeting, but I think we could use through these minutes for today's meeting, we could inquire of council whether they're aware of the program and whether they've already applied for or thought about applying for the fund, just as a way to suss that out.
Good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm scribbling.
Does that need to be a resolution then, Claire? Or just an inquiry?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm not sure which makes more sense. But
I think if you do that, I think if we do that, the resolution needs to sort of say that this is an excellent, this program looks like there's an opportunity to update the waste management plan, and that we would recommend that be considered to go forward for an application for funding, something like that. Do you know what I mean? Just so it's not left open.
And we're not delaying it to another. I mean, if we wait till next month, then we're delaying it another month, right? So.
Sure.
Yeah, because they could have another idea, and maybe it can all go together in the same application if they just think about it, right? I guess that's what I'd be worried about. I'd be worried that there's one about to hit their to be submitted that we just don't know about. But I haven't checked any of the minutes to see what they're working on, so I don't really know.
How do we want to word it as a resolution?
I'm not
Council,
sure.
Do we really want to go quite that far yet?
I'm not sure that we need. My feeling is I'm not quite sure if we need a resolution or not. We're just making them aware of the program, are we not? We haven't explored it enough to really make any recommendations or.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
We can simply ask the question: have they already about it, considered applying for funding, and we want to explore it further? Is that a reasonable summation?
I think it's reasonable to have a submission that what they did in different municipalities, say, here's the article. We would, I don't know how you word it though. That's make them aware and then hope that they would follow suit and want to consider doing the same kind of thing, right?
We can strongly urge them. It doesn't necessarily have to be a flat out.
Or recommend,
resolution.
Make a recommendation as opposed to a resolution?
I guess so, yeah. We want them to have awareness that there is a program, and we want them to consider doing the same kind of thing, right? And so I guess we're trying to head off as if there's competing things. Which ones, like what will be most important?
Competing things in terms of other funding that may be available for waste management. Is that what you mean?
Or other projects that would fit the municipal upgrading or the municipal modernization program. That's what I'm worried about. Is it sounds so general, like they could make it a street light at
an excuse for anything.
Main Street in St. Lawrence, right? Like you could call that modernization, putting in street lights. Like it could be anything that they think is important. So we just have to be aware
Consider,
that
maybe we can make a resolution that says that they consider some of the funding available through the modernization program to put towards the waste management plan or something like that.
something like that, like consider an application on waste management or to modernize our waste management plan. Yeah, something like that.
So maybe a resolution saying, urge council to consider exploring the municipal modernization program
Yep.
for waste management improvement.
Yeah.
Or something.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's great, Claire.
Yeah, plan or infrastructure, or whatever it is we can get out of it, right?
I think plan is a good word
So
since that's where our focus is.
Yeah.
I hate to be pessimistic, but we're going to get caught in the same minutes thing again, right?
Yep.
Like it's going to be the circle that keeps biting us.
Yeah.
When is their next meeting?
Well, we haven't really scheduled. It's up to us, really. I mean,
No, I don't mean ours. I mean the council's.
First Monday of the month, is that it? I think
First and third, isn't it?
first and third, yes. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
first and third of the
In
month.
the afternoon.
Well, if I get this together quickly enough, I swear, honest, then we can, perhaps do another 5-minute whatever to approve these minutes and move it along. If it goes in as a resolution, it can go in very quickly.
We can
We
sneak
still
it
have
in.
to add the-
I'm
we
certainly
still have to
willing.
advertise it ahead, and what do we need the
that's
week
true.
ahead?
Yeah, that's
We
true.
still have to follow all the rules.
Yeah.
Can we just forward it as something for council to consider,
Can we edit the
and
minutes to
then
include that?
have a resolution another time? Like, I think they need to get something in front of them that they think about it, right?
Can we add it to the minutes in addition to the minutes? And then approve the minutes with changes? Can we do that? Or that's probably not?
No, I can't do
Appropriate.
that one.
No, I
No.
mean, we don't know enough about it yet ourselves, I think, to,
Yep. We just want to, I don't know.
well, bring it to their attention and suggest they explore the possibilities
If they haven't already.
if
Presumably
they haven't already.
they have.
And we'll dig into it ourselves in case we see something that we think is, hey, needs a little arm bending. Have you guys seen this?
Yes,
report
and
back
it'll
in
be
next meeting.
the main focus of these minutes. So
Yep.
then by our next meeting, hopefully we can delve more into this particular funding opportunity when we have answers, hopefully by then from council about the waste
Yep.
management.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That makes sense. to
Yeah,
me.
There you are.
but we can also schedule our regularly scheduled meeting, right? Like, we can still do the third, or what is it, the fourth Thursday or whatever.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, we can do the fourth Wednesday if we want. I mean, that's normally what we were doing, right?
Which would be the 25th of August. Does that?
I don't
That
think
do-
it should be a problem for me.
I might have a problem, but I'll still try to I'll make it on somehow. I'll have to do it with my phone.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Claire, is that a possibility for you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
5 o'clock again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we'll add that as the, so I'm going to go back to the, so are we finished the discussion then on the funding?
I think so.
Yep.
Yes, okay, that's great.
We
Okay.
just need to have it in the minutes that we talked about it mostly, and then
Yes,
we're going to
I'm
follow up.
assuming that you've got that in the minutes,
Yep.
Janice?
Yep.
And that we're going to follow up.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not sure okay, so I guess unless anybody has any questions, comments, anything at all before the meeting's adjourned?
Nope.
No? Okay, so it's 5:29. If I can have a mover and a seconder to adjourn the meeting.
Sure, I'll move. To adjourn.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Oh, I haven't been doing the all in favor thing. Oh, wow. And then, The,
No, I think we have to hang around another 20 minutes. No, it's fine with me.
okay, and the next meeting is on Wednesday, August the 25th,
5
Yeah.
p.m.
5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Yep.
I'll make sure that's there.
That's great. Okay, everybody. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thanks very much, everyone.
All
Have a
right.
good week, and
Thanks.
I will get these off quickly, I promise.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Janice. Okay, good night, everybody.